Hello everyone. Today we are going to look at a demonstration on how to harvest yellow yam, Dioscura cayenesis. That's what it's called botanically. In my dialect we call it ikbe. I would like to know what you call it in your dialect or in your language. It's a very unique type of yam. This yellow yam is very unique, and we hold it to a very high esteem, especially in the southern part of Nigeria. I know there are other countries that grow it, especially Jamaica. So my Jamaica guys, peace. So wherever you are watching from, I want to know what it is called in your place. Why are we dealing with this yam today? Is very, very important because it has a different growth pattern from the normal white yam. And harvesting it is very, very important. The way to harvest is very, very important. I want you to know that it has a different morphology compared to the white yam. And so that's why we're going to be demonstrating it today. Again, another thing you need to know, it takes patience. In fact, if you even want to employ people to harvest yams in your farm, one of the things we ask them that, have you harvested yellow yam before? Do you know how to harvest yellow? Anybody that knows how to harvest yellow yam is actually an expert yam harvester. At least to a very large extent, we still do this stuff manually in this part of the world. Although I know there are mechanized ways of harvesting yams, but it's not really that popular. But if you use mechanized form of harvesting, also let me know. I would like to learn. I even want to know some of those machines that you use. But there is an aspect I know is very, very different. I don't think any machine has done that as at now, 2023, the milking of yams, because that is an essential part of harvesting. So if there is any machine that does that, let me know. So let's go right away into this demonstration. Now, to harvest yellow yams, a few things you need to know. Of course, you need to get your hand gloves like any other yam, but it's very important you get, especially for yellow yam, because you are going to be doing most of the work with your hands. Then you get a very good yam harvester that has rounded edges. The reason is this: you don't want to initiate some form of injury so that your yam can last long when you are storing them. And again, of course, you need something that you are going to either kneel on or sit on. Posturing is very key in harvesting yellow yam. In fact, the best posture is actually to sit down, because in yellow yam, you need patience. That's one thing you must understand. You need patience. If you are spending 5 minutes harvesting white yam, you will need double of that, if not even triple of that time, to harvest yellow yam. The reason is very simple. The morphology or the shape of the yellow yam and the pattern of growth is quite different. You have different form of morphology, and the growth pattern, instead of going downwards, yellow yams usually spread sideways. So you will be very, very careful, because if not, you will end up just injuring them. Now we're going to start. Again, there are different types of these yellow yams. There are some that have plenty spikes, like this one. They are very, very spiky. The vines are very, very spiky. And of course, there is a unique way of actually tendering the vine. We'll discuss that another time. It's like I'm starting from the harvest. With time, we'll talk more about others. That's a discussion for another day. But I also want to show us one other one that is not this spiky. It's another variety of the same yellow yam. Let's just go there. Okay, this is another type of, if you see the vine now, it's not as spiky as the other one, but it's still yellow yam. You can see the leaves, they are looking the same. They are just together. This is one type, and this is the other type I want to harvest now. So let's go back to the harvest. So first thing first is to, like you do the other type of yams, locate the head. Locate the head. Now, usually there are some yellow yams, their heads are usually very big, unlike So I'll just be giving some differences. You locate the head. You can see this head is very massive. It's very massive. It's already forming even the seed yam. That's one unique thing about it. While it is giving the tubers, it's also forming the seed yam already. Now, one unique thing you should understand about yellow yam is this. Look at. You see this small portion that has already shrunken. This is the old one that was planted. It's still attached to the head. It's now I'm detaching it. You can see this was what was planted. This is what was planted. Almost every yellow yam, you see this around, even when you are about to harvest. Some don't just get rotten like you have in the white yam or other type of yams. So, like I said, when you are harvesting yellow yam, you do most of the work with your hands. That's why it's very important. Why? Because you need to know exactly the position or where the tuber is spreading to. All right. I'm going to milk this. I'm going to make it cut the head so that it continues to produce the seed yam. But then I'll do this. If I need my harvester, I will just use it to try to remove soil around that area. But mind you, you have to check. Now, like I told you, you see the pattern. The tuber started from here. Instead of going down, look at where it's going to. This is part of the tuber. And you are not so sure if it is complete yet, because the morphology is quite different. All right. Now, because I've been able to locate the head very well, I'll just take my knife and I will cut it. I will milk. All right. Let's just say something here. I want to milk this yam. You know, I've been talking about milking in order to get seed yams. I know there are tractors that can be used to harvest yams, but I don't know as at now, do we have any machine for milking yams? Because milking of yam is very, very important. That's a discussion I want us to do maybe some other time. Let's start thinking about it. Even those that are preparing machines, you know, for harvesting. Have you thought about machines that can milk yams? I'm looking forward to when artificial intelligence will be designed, the robots will be designed to be able to at least harvest yam precisely. You just go there, like what I am doing now. It will simulate me and just, you know, milk the yams and remove the tubers and leave the other. Because if a tractor is going to harvest, I'm sure it will just root out everything like you harvest sweet potatoes and other tuber crops. I've seen machines harvesting yams, but I've not seen any machine milking. I just want to leave this gist here. All right. So I've severed the head now. You can see the fine yellow tuber. All right. So I'll just relieve this so that I can walk. At least I still have about 3 or 4 roots. So I will continue. If I have a metallic instrument that is not so sharp, it's better off. Okay. I'm very careful using my yam harvester, unlike you have with. So you can see the pattern or spread. So in quote, bizarre. It's a bit bizarre. So I don't even know how this is until carefully I'll just be digging around. So that's why it takes more time to harvest yellow yams compared to. So I'm very careful not to go and injure, because I don't even know if I'm very careful. All right, I can still see. All right. So the root, the tip is moving towards this way. You can see where we started from, but we are still going down. So See, it's still going down. See, it's still going down. So I have to be very careful. So I'll be digging away from it. So this is what makes yellow yam very unique. This is where we started from, and we are still going. It's spreading sideways. That's the morphology. All right, I've been able to locate the tip of, see, one part of the same tuber. All right, so I will wait here. Come over carefully. I don't dig too enthusiastically so that I don't injure. All right. Okay. Okay, now it's giving me some space. Very careful, if not, you'll fracture. And that loses, it makes you to lose market value. All right. All right. If it is the white yam, I would have finished since. All right. So carefully. Wow. Even this one, okay, just stopped growing further. So that I will stay. I'd have given him more time, but then. All right. So see my massive tuber. So, guys, this is where we cut the head, and of course, see the form of this single tuber. See the morphology is quite different. You understand? And this is how it sat. If I was going to I would have just even injured it, but I was going to just go like that. So you can now see that harvesting yellow yam is very unique because of the morphology. So please take note of this. It's not like the white yam. The next thing for me to do now, of course, I'll cover the head. You can see where the hip was. And again, let me state here, using hip like this is the best way. Even in the literature, is the best way to actually plant yellow yams. So let's cover and know, so that I'll tell you what to do with the tuber. All right, guys, just to quickly do a measurement, I like having some metric measurement of my stuff. Let me see what this one is weighing. Okay, this one is weighing about 6.6 kg. All right. So although there are still some soil around it, the next thing I want to do is to leave this yam to cure. Now, if you don't know what curing is about, we just uploaded a video before now, and I want you to look at that video of curing, because without curing, if you store, it may get bad. So watch this next video for how to cure yams. I'll see you in that next video. God bless.